He was a Texas farm boy who destroyed more German armor than any American tanker alive. In just 81 days, German crews feared one Sherman that never slowed down and never backed away. 4 men inside. His tank was blown up, bombed by friendly fire, and hit again by a Panther. He still kept going. He didn't wait for orders. He hunted German tanks through smoke, mud, and hedgerows. Always forward. They said a Sherman could never beat a Panther until he proved them wrong. Again and again. One crew, one Sherman, and a kill streak no American has ever matched. A legend rising. June 1944, Normandy. A Sherman tank rumbles through tight hedgerows, its engine echoing between the walls of green. Inside stands Lafayette Poole, a Texas farm boy turned tank commander, scanning every shadow for danger. He already knows one truth. In these hedgerows, the enemy fires first if you hesitate. And Poole never hesitates. Poole's 4-man crew wasn't random. He handpicked each man like a coach building a perfect team. Richards, the fearless driver. Close, the sharp-eyed bow gunner. Boggs, the lightning-fast loader. And Ola, the gunner whose aim never shook. Together, they trained until 3 seconds was all they needed from spotting a German target to firing. Normandy was a maze of death. Every hedgerow hid a German 88 or a Panzerfaust team waiting for a Sherman to cross their path. But Poole's strategy was simple. Move fast, fire first, get close. He knew that if you got close enough, even a Tiger tank's advantage disappeared. And he pushed his crew into that danger without slowing down. Their first real battle arrives suddenly. As in the mood inches through a village street, a German soldier jumps from a doorway and fires a Panzerfaust at point-blank range. The explosion rocks the tank like a hammer. Poole doesn't wait, doesn't think, he screams, "Bail out!" The entire crew escapes through smoke and fire just seconds before the Sherman erupts behind them. Most crews would need days to recover after losing their tank. Poole's men? They were ready the same afternoon. They were given another Sherman, and Poole had the same name painted on the side. In the mood. Same mission. Same aggression. Same speed. And now, the crew had tasted death, so they were even more deadly. Their first major breakthrough comes near Villiers-Fossard. The hedgerows open into a wide field, but Poole senses something wrong, too quiet, too still. Without warning, he orders Richards to stop. A second later, a German Panzer IV fires from camouflage, missing by inches. Poole swings the turret, fires back instantly, and hits the Panzer before it can reload. First kill. First lesson, trust your instinct. Word spreads fast through the 3rd Armored Division. Stick near the Texas guy. He brings you back alive. Poole never slows his tank, never hides behind infantry, never waits for a perfect shot. His method is simple: hit the enemy before they understand what's happening. Crews begin requesting to fight near him, hoping his speed and aggression might save them too. During one operation, Poole spots 3 Panthers waiting behind a hedgerow. Any other Sherman commander would stay back, call artillery, and pray. Poole instead signals Richards to push through an unexpected gap in the vegetation. The Germans don't see him coming from the flank. 3 shots, 3 kills. The engagement lasts less than 4 minutes. His crew sits in silence afterward, realizing what just happened. As the battles intensify, the crew's bond becomes unbreakable. They eat together, sleep beside the tank, and survive on the same rations. Close jokes, he can now reload a Browning .30 cal with his eyes closed. Richards keeps the engine running even when resting, always ready to move. Poole studies maps alone every night, marking places where Germans might ambush them next. By early July, Poole's kill count rises at a pace no American tanker has ever matched. Panzer IVs, Panthers, half-tracks, armored cars, anything with a German crew becomes a target. Officers begin sending him on the most dangerous missions because he's the only one who returns. And the crew understands this brutal truth. The faster they move, the longer they live. Near St. Lo, Poole faces his toughest terrain yet. Narrow lanes boxed in by hedges taller than the tank itself. Every turn feels like stepping into a trap. German at guns wait in the shadows, ready to strike. But Poole adapts. He stops using roads altogether. Instead, he orders Richards to smash straight through the hedgerows, surprising defenders from angles no American tank ever used. One morning, Poole bursts through a hedge and finds an entire German position facing the opposite direction. 3 Panzer IVs and 2 anti-tank guns, all aimed north, expecting an attack from the road. Poole's voice is calm. Targets, all yours. What follows is a controlled storm. 5 shots, 5 kills. The Germans never get the chance to fire back. But victory brings exhaustion. The crew sleeps in 2-hour shifts, leaning against the hull, boots still on. Their faces are black with grease and smoke. Boggs coughs constantly from breathing cordite in the turret. Close's hands are blistered from loading so many shells. Yet every morning when the engine roars awake, they take their positions without hesitation. Poole's sixth sense becomes legendary. Twice in 1 week, he orders a sudden right turn moments before hidden German 88s open fire where the Sherman would have been. Soldiers walking nearby swear he can smell tanks. In truth, he reads broken branches, mud tracks, small signs of disturbance, skills learned from years of hunting deer in the woods of Texas. The division commanders take notice. Reports show that In the Mood is destroying more enemy armor than entire companies. A Stars and Stripes reporter arrives to interview Poole, calling him the Texas Tank Ace. He hates the attention. After the interview, he tells his crew, "We're not heroes. We're just staying alive." But deep down, they know the truth: no one fights like them. August arrives and the breakout from Normandy begins. After weeks trapped in hedgerows, American armor finally reaches open ground. Here, speed becomes a weapon and nobody uses it better than Poole. His Sherman hits 25 to 30 miles per hour on French roads, firing on the move, smashing German convoys before they can scatter. Feels less like tank warfare and more like a hunt. During one pursuit, Poole spots a German half-track racing across a field. He doesn't wait for range, doesn't slow the tank. He simply shouts, "On the move, AP." Olaf fires while Richards keeps accelerating. The round hits the half-track so hard it flips sideways. The crew inside never had a chance. Poole doesn't celebrate, he just calls out, "Next target." At dusk near Leves, the crew almost dies in a silent ambush. A German Panther appears out of the dark directly in front of them, barely 30 yards away. The Panther fires twice, both shots missing by inches. Poole's reply is instant. Olaf fires a single round into the Panther's turret ring, the tank's weakest point. The German tank erupts in flames, lighting the night sky behind them. The next morning, infantry soldiers cheer as In the Mood rolls past. Some tap the hull for luck. Others salute Poole like he's already a legend. One private shouts, "That's the tank that kills Panthers." Poole hears it but stays quiet. Fame makes him uncomfortable because he knows luck can turn any second. And he refuses to believe he's invincible. By mid-August, Poole's kill count reaches numbers no one thought possible. Columns of armored cars destroyed, convoys wiped out, Panthers ambushed and burned. Officers debate whether to pull him off the line for his own safety, but Richardson, the battalion commander, refuses. He simply says, "Poole gets it done, and we need him up front." The crew knows what that means: more danger ahead. Late August, Poole encounters his most dangerous moment yet. He spots what looks like an abandoned Tiger tank sitting in a grove of trees. Most tankers would assume it's disabled. Poole doesn't buy it. Something feels wrong. He orders Richards to stop the engine. Silence fills the air. Then Poole sees movement in a hedge to their right. The second Tiger alive, hidden, waiting for a kill. Poole has only seconds to decide. Charging forward is suicide. Backing up means death. Instead, he chooses a third option, hard right through the hedge. Richards doesn't question it. The Sherman smashes into thick branches, dirt flying everywhere. Inside the tank, the crew can't see anything for 3 long seconds until they suddenly drop into a small depression in the field. Concealed, completely hidden. The 2 Tigers crawl past their hiding spot, rumbling like metal monsters. Through a tiny gap in the hedge, Poole watches one Tiger commander scanning the field with binoculars. The German's lens passes over the depression, then comes back. He's seen something. Before the German can shout an order, Poole fires. At 75 yards, his round punches straight into the Tiger's side armor. The tank erupts in a fireball. The second Tiger panics and turns back toward the explosion, offering its vulnerable side armor. Poole fires 3 quick shots, tracks, engine, turret ring. The massive tank grinds to a halt, burning. Its shocked crew bails out, hands raised. Poole's crew watches the men stumble away. Poole lowers his gun. He never shoots at soldiers trying to surrender. That small decision says more about him than all his kills. That evening, a jeep roars up beside In the Mood. Out steps Major General Maurice Rose, commander of the 3rd Armored Division. He studies Poole with the sharp eyes of a veteran who's seen everything. "Sergeant," he says, "I've seen good crews and lucky crews. You're neither. You're the best tank hunter in this army." Poole simply nods. Compliments don't matter. Survival does. September arrives and Poole's legend keeps growing. His kill count passes 230. Every day means more convoys smashed, more German armor turned into burning wrecks. But the pressure increases too. Ammunition runs low. Fuel is always short. The crew barely sleeps. Yet every morning they climb back into in the mood because they trust one thing more than anything: Poole's instincts. As they approach the German border, fighting shifts into brutal city combat. Streets are narrow, buildings choke visibility, and ambushes wait at every corner. A German Panther suddenly rolls out from a side alley just 100 yards away. Its shot slams into in the mood's turret, stunning everyone. Before the German can fire again, Ola recovers and blasts a round into the Panther's side. Another armored giant falls. But the danger is constant. Later that same day, as in the mood advances through rubble, a German soldier with a Panzerfaust fires from just 15 yards away. The warhead burns through the Sherman's front armor, filling the tank with smoke and fire. Homer Davis, the assistant driver, is killed instantly. Poole and Close are badly wounded. Richards, himself burned, drags them out under machine gun fire. American infantry rush in, eliminating the German position. Medics load Poole onto a stretcher, half conscious, bleeding, barely alive. Even in that moment, he asks Richards one last question: "Is the main gun damaged?" After 258 confirmed kills in 81 days, his only concern is whether the tank can still fight. It is the final moment of his extraordinary combat career. Lafayette Poole never returned to the front. He survived the war, went home to Texas, and lived quietly far from the spotlight he always avoided. But his record still stands untouched. One tank crew, one commander, 81 days, and more German armor destroyed than any American in history. His story isn't about glory or medals. It's about courage, instinct, teamwork, and a promise he kept from the first day in Normandy: bring the crew home.